Alright, here we go. We're gonna call this the video of the field. They've actually named it now. We're calling it the DMZ. Not finished, we're still working on it. Of course, everybody knows we have more Easter here. Like 2 of them almost back to back. But we're gonna walk up into one of the structures. If you hear me suddenly curse and the camera goes crazy, it's because I probably fell in the hole. A lot of snow up here, so I'm not familiar with the way the terrain is yet. I haven't been out here in a few months. But I just got the walls up. So got some small ports you can shoot through these walls. Show you quick one of the speedball fields. They're having a tournament here, so if you look, some of the cars parked way up top of the hill over there. But yeah, it gets packed. It gets packed here now. So here goes the one of the structures, one of the buildings. I've shown you guys this before. Open construction, open rooftop. But if you look, this is some of the view from one of the windows. If you look here, that's the tank. That's going to be the tank. So he's ordering more barrels for more structures. Those cars are going to stay in place. They're kind of dug in a little bit. I don't think you'll be able to get into the cars. I'm not sure yet. I'll ask Tom, the owner, and see what he says. But even if you can't get in them, you can still fight in and around or around them. You know. If you look, you'll see the missiles. They're in the ground. They're supposed to have smoke that billows out of them. That's the second building in the background. Back there. Got a van, and then you can't see it. It's covered by snow. I'll probably walk over there and on it, but there's a bridge there. Now, that tank that I just showed you earlier, it's supposed to sit on that bridge. That bridge is going to be like considered the 50. All right, it's going to be considered the 50. And this thing here is a Moab, the mother of all bombs. If those smaller missiles that you see in the background don't have the smoke coming out of them, it's definitely going to be the Moab. One of them is going to have smoke coming out of them. And going to the right side of the field. Sorry about the sun glare, if you get any sun glare. Of course, you see the building. But this is the view. So if you look, you have good structures to move along the far side, on the outside of the field. Move along the edge. Good hide spots. Got some barrels over there, kind of like buried in the dirt. So good spots, good bunker positions. Got the cars. And you know, I think this is going to be a good little field right here. It's connecting. If you look further in the back there, we'll walk back there. I'll show you. It's actually connected to the rest of the woods ball field with Castle and the meat grinder and satellite village and ridgeline going all the way behind me. So anyone that's familiar with Matt's Outback has been out here. You know that the field is continuously expanding and growing. You know, and hey, I'll put that challenge out now. Any of those legends that want to try a new field, that are always saying that, you know, they like trying new fields and meeting new people, that's my nephew Isaiah. His call sign is, tell everybody your call sign.
Spawn.
His call sign is Spawn. He's a spawn, a hell spawn, I guess. He said it's cold out here. It's a little chilly. It's about 37 degrees. We're waiting on the woods ballers to show up. you know, so we can maybe play a little scenario game, capture the flag, whatever. See what they got going on. This is the far side of that structure. As you look, you can actually move. And that's the good thing about it, is that it's integrated and tied into the rest of the fields. And you can move, maneuver, you can start up here. You can make this one of the base camps or one of the objectives. We can start all the way back at Ridgeline. I don't know the distance, but I would say it would be about, about a mile or two. A mile or two from one field to the other. So that's not bad. And the terrain is, as you see, it's very different. Uphill, downhill. So it's good terrain. It's good, a good field to play on. So yeah, I put that challenge out to any of those legends. You know, you like to travel, you like to come out, you like to play paintball. Come try this new field. You know, Wolf, Hedgehog, Alabaster Slim. Yeah, those guys don't even watch my videos. I'm not that popular yet. Notice I said yet. But yeah, any of those guys, any of my SAS brethren that are always helping me, man. You know, I like those SAS guys. They asked me to join up with them. I respectfully declined because I wanted to try to create my own team with my nephew and that. But I'm gonna tell you what, those SAS guys, you know, they're a bunch of good guys, man. Because anytime I ask any one of them a question for advice or help, they're always there. They always tell me. They don't care whether I'm SAS or not. They just want to promote the game, and it's fucking awesome. Sorry about the curse word, but it is. I mean, you know, these guys are always willing to help. So here, we're underneath the structure. So we have ports underneath. Let me try to see if I can back up a little bit. Ports. So, you know, maybe if you're setting up the field, maybe you could put barrels. Put a barrel right here, you know. Smaller port. Shooting port. So we're going to try to walk out here. Like I said, if you see me, if all of a sudden my voice goes up a couple of octaves, it's because I fell. I'm trying not to fall. I'm trying to keep my cool status up. We're going to walk out here to the bridge. And, oh yeah, I forgot about the trench line. So there's kind of a semi-trench line that's built into this. And this is kind of the trench line here. It'll go all the way down to the Woods Ball field, the Castle field. It's got a little bit of water in it, but hey, that's the fun part. It's the water, right? The fun part is the water. So that's the Moab, mother of all bombs. I'm trying to give you a good span of what it looks like over here. So, these are the missiles. They got fins on them and everything. So supposedly, talking to Tom, I forgot, I mentioned this in one of the videos before, but I don't know if they're still going to do it, but the idea was to run, if you look, maybe I can show you, the corner right there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I make it focus. So that corner of that building there to the corner of the building over here. All right, corner of the building right there. There's going to be a cable system. Now that cable system is going to have some kind of attachment to it. It's going to have paddles, and if you can shoot the paddles and move that simulated, it's going to be like a simulated missile, but it's going to be on a cable. If you can move that simulated missile along that cable all the way to the corner of this building, there's going to be a system. Once that missile hits that button, that trigger, or trips it, it's going to set up a sound alarm, and also it's gonna have, it might have lights. I can't remember exactly what he said. I'm gonna go double check and ask him. It's gonna have some kind of alarm system that'll set off. If you achieve that, if you're the one that moves that missile on that cable, that building dies. It's a dead building. So everyone that's in it is dead. The cool thing about it is that there's paddles facing the other way, so you can try to get it back to that building. So that'll be another kind of scenario gameplay that you can do, or you can add to your games. Is, you know, whoever moves that missile and destroys the building, considering the building as a headquarters, then the game is over, right? So it looks like we might be able to use the vehicles because the back of this van is open. Yeah, they're unlocked, so you might be able to use them. So looks pretty good. And I'm underneath the second building now, and they're built the same. So oops, a little bit of ice. I'm not gonna bore you with going back up, and they're still working on it, so they're building the walls. So this is what I was saying. The cool thing about it is that this field actually connects to the field that we generally play on. And if you look over here, that's the castle. Everybody knows Castle at Matt's Outback. Right. There's actually I think it might be smaller. There might be a smaller, it could be bigger, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask. But there's another castle way over there in the woods. Way back there. It sits on top of a hill. And it sits on top of a bridge, hence the name Ridgeline. So that's that name. So you have castle right here. Back there, I believe that is, let me orientate myself to the field. That's the meat grinder back there. Back there. That's the meat grinder. All right. Then further back behind the meat grinder, way back there, is satellite. Over this way, you'll have a village and a town. Actually, town from the back side of the village is on the back side of the village. And we'll try to walk down there and take a couple pictures later on, or maybe during gameplay. But as you see, there's a lot of obstacles and bunkers and things you can hide behind. But this field will be connected to that field, and you know, it'll make for a hell of a scenario. I'm working on trying to build up a scenario game, have some missions. But as you can see, this will be all open, and we can start here, we can start down there, but that'll be a hell of a fight if you're coming up the hill. Maybe we could, hell, you know what, that'd be a good name, Heartbreak Ridge. That'd be a good name. We call this Heartbreak Ridge, and that'll be a scenario game for here. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I could type that scenario up. But yeah, gonna have some scenario games involving, you know, some fake cash, where you can pay for reinforcements, you can pay for some airstrikes. Hell, you could pay for passage through enemy lines. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm still working on details of, you know, how to get those games going, number of refs we'll need, if we're going to use medics, if we're going to use, you know, certain sniper teams and stuff like that. Try to figure out what the players are going to be. I'm trying to figure out how to get through here without falling or going through some ice. There's a lot of ice out here still. Oh, yeah, look, we even got a generator, old like generator type thing here. Get on top of that, shoot maybe, I don't know. So, usually that's our prep area right there for the woods ball field. And, so it's going to change now that we have here this new field. That's what the building looks like. So there's actually 5 rooms. There's a center room and 2 rooms to either left and right side of it. I'm not sure if he's going to put any roof on it, maybe. Really doesn't matter. It's kind of good like that. But yeah, so that's the field in general. It's almost done. Still got a little bit of work. You can move up the trench line. Trying to show you maybe some avenues of approach. Got good bunker systems where you can rush from bunker to bunker. You know, I know you guys see a lot of rocks and everything here, but he'll have that stuff removed before he opens this field. He's it's one of the best field owners that I've ever met. Really concerned about his players and their safety. Usually during these big events like this, he'll have, you know, things set in place for the players in case anything happens. But it's good facility, great people. They're always willing to help, give you advice, fix your stuff. Yeah, and usually if they can fix it without too much trouble, they don't even charge you for it. But it's a little windy the last couple of days. Said we had a nor'easter come through here, 2 of them. Some of their bunkers were blown all over the place, so the guys are going back down and retrieving those bunkers, getting them out the way, and getting the field ready for the woods ballers that'll be showing up here pretty soon. Play some paintball. But I'm going to show you the map. So this is the map of the field. You can see where the area that says dome, that's the actual new field that's called the DMZ. That's where we just went. I showed you all the vehicles and stuff. That's where that's going to be at. So it's a pretty big field. These guys they're getting ready for their speedball tournament. But yeah, that pretty much covers it from Sapper G, Reaper's Mag Fed. We got our sponsors, MCS, Modern Combat Sports. You can actually go to www.mcsus.com and you can use the promo code Reaper's Mag Fed, REAPERS MAGFED, at checkout for a 10% discount. And you can also enjoy the fine equipment that they have there for MagFed players. Got some pretty good quality paintball markers for beginners and also for the experienced players. And also this field too, he just told me that he actually has a new sponsor. The new sponsor is GI Sports. So if you're in Brigade, it's going to be good. And I'll be talking to GI Sports, trying to see if we can create maybe some scenario games over here that they sponsor, since this is a sponsored field. Okay, so that's how many cars are here. All the way up to the top of the hill, all the way down to the back, all the way. A lot of people here today. Alright, so Sapper G from Reaper's Mag Fed. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Let me get my gear on, see if I can collect my boys up and get out here on the woods and show you some action video. Alright, peace out and stay greasy.